Why aren't more Canadians starting e-commerce businesses? This is genuinely a question that I've been asking myself for a very long time. The opportunity is huge, and when you compare e-coms in Canada versus e-coms in the US, the numbers are actually wild. As of 2025, Canada has around 137,000 active Shopify stores, while the US is close to 1 million. The gap right there just says a lot about the opportunity we have here in Canada. And it's not like Canadians are not shopping online. Millions of Canadians are shopping online daily. The problem is though, there's not enough local Canadian shops to buy from. That's why a lot of us just go international. That's where you come in. As a Canadian, you have a huge opportunity right now to start your own online brand. If you start today, you could become one of the top recognized Canadian brands. I mean, it's still possible right now. It's not saturated at all, as you saw by the numbers. And honestly, there hasn't been a better time to jump in other than right now, because the potential is massive and the competition is still very small. All you need is a winning product and the drive to make it happen. And don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna give you the exact steps to get started right now. My name is Ritu Maz and I talk about all things online brand building. You guys, I funded so many brick and mortar businesses, an entire stock portfolio of over $600,000 just from my online brands, so I am proof this works. And I also documented my entire journey for you. You can go watch my other YouTube videos. I literally teach everything and I try to show as much as possible. So I'm not just showing you, but I'm also trying to inspire you to get started. If you like this type of content, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. That helps me out so much. Also, recently finished my 30-day challenge of starting a complete brand from scratch. I'm going to link it down below. If you haven't watched the videos, definitely go watch them. And I'm soon going to give you an update on how my new brand is doing. All right, now let's get into today's video and I'm going to share with you a little story. So when I started my first e-com, I chose a very trendy and I want to say a very challenging niche, and it was women's clothing. I honestly thought that I was going to make a killing. I remember this like it was yesterday. I basically set up the store. I spent weeks and weeks building the website. At the time, like we didn't have AI, Shopify was still relatively new, so I really had to figure everything out. And I also ordered samples and I decided to model everything myself because I didn't know where to get models or how I was supposed to present my products. So yeah, it was a whole thing. But you know what happened? About 1 to 2 years after that, I couldn't keep up anymore because the big stores, the big brands, they were already doing much better than I was, and they were able to offer the same clothes for significantly cheaper. That was genuinely one of the most painful lessons I ever learned. But here's what I learned after failing. You absolutely need something that stands out. But unfortunately, at the time, I was still very young. I was only 19 years old, so I still didn't fully learn my lesson, and I went back to selling trendy products. But if you're curious, this time I did switch my niche and I went into gadgets, like stuff for electronics. It was a huge mess. It's also one of the worst niches you can ever be in. Never sell gadgets, they are the worst. After that, I truly learned my lesson, and with my first lesson, I got my second lesson. You need to sell products that people use and need regularly. That's the difference between chasing trends and building a real business. So what's the difference between a cool product and a useful product? A cool product is basically someone sees something on social media while maybe they're scrolling on TikTok and they're like, oh, that would be really nice to have. A useful product is something that people see on social media maybe while they're scrolling, but they're like, oh, I need this. This is gonna solve a problem I have. So I want to give you my 3-question framework. These are basically questions I ask myself before committing to a product just to be sure I'm validating my idea. Question 1, does this solve a problem or is it just interesting to look at? Be honest with yourself there. Question 2, is there a proven audience that's willing to pay for this and you do not count as the audience? Question 3, can you build a brand around it or is it just a one product thing? If you can't see yourself expanding the product line, then this is not the right product. Now here's something a lot of people don't talk about. Canadian focused niches have way less competition than most people think. While everyone's fighting for really saturated niches in the US, in Canada, the competition is fairly low. Think about this right now as we're heading into winter. Winter products, outdoor gear, and cold weather solutions. We have unique needs here as Canadians that a lot of American shops don't cater to. There's also 3 other niches that here in Canada is currently blowing up and nobody's talking about it. Home organization solutions for small spaces, and health and wellness products specifically for cold climates. Definitely take note of that and don't ignore that. Also, Black Friday and Cyber Monday are just around the corner. If you want to maximize your sales, now is the time to prepare. One of the smartest moves you can make is to migrate to OmniSend before the holiday rush. Doing it early gives you a time to set up your campaigns, test your automations, and make sure everything is running smoothly when traffic spikes. OmniSend brings emails, global SMS, advanced segmentation, and automation all in one place. And the results speak for themselves. Automations only make up 2% of email volume but drive 37% of all email sales. On top of that, for every $1 you spend, OmniSend customers see $68 back. One of the highest ROIs in marketing. With OmniSend, you can easily set up flows like welcome, cart abandonment, and browse abandonment. These three automations alone generate 87% of all automated orders. Experts trust it and beginners nail it. It's powerful without being overwhelming, and it lets you focus on running your business instead of stressing over emails. And if you're worried about switching, don't. OmniSend offers 24/7 support and full migration help, so moving your campaigns over is seamless and stress-free. No added costs, no downtime, just a smooth transition so you can start taking advantage of advanced email and SMS automation right away. Getting started early means you can optimize your campaigns, segment your audience, and make sure every message counts before the Black Friday and Cyber Monday rush hits. Click the link in the description box and use code RITU to get 30% off your first 3 months. Don't wait, migrate to OmniSend right now so you can really take advantage of the holiday rush. Let me be completely transparent with you. Before I found my first winning product, I probably tested like 100 products. Okay, maybe not 100, but you know what I mean? Like I tested out many products. Most of them failed, some of them made some money here and there, but nothing substantial. It was honestly really frustrating, annoying. I just remember so many times I just wanted to quit. But honestly, each failure taught me something. Honestly, when I was younger, I don't think I fully realized that, but now that I'm older and I've been doing it for a long time, I can fully say that every single time I failed, I really learned something. And that's how I developed a system that increased my success rate. Now, I don't want you to have to spend months or years to figure out a winning product, so I have a little gift for you. I've put together a list of 50 winning products, yes, 50, and I basically did all the work for you. The list is going to be in my description box below. Make sure to grab it, and while you're there, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoy this type of content. It honestly lets me know to film more videos like this one. And please make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Now, even if I'm giving you a list of 50 products, I still want to teach you how you can validate a product. That way, if you come across another product in the future that you want to sell, you're going to know exactly if this is the right product to sell or not. So the first thing you're going to go is go on Google Trends, but specifically Canada, not the US. You want to see if there's constant search volume for the product or if it's growing. This is going to tell you a lot about the interest people have in your product. The second thing you want to do is go on Amazon Canada and read the reviews and questions on similar products. This is pure gold because people are literally telling you the questions, concerns, problems they have with that specific product. This is also known as market pain. Finally, check the Facebook ad library and search for similar products. See what ads are running right now and how long they've been running for. If ads have been running for months, that's a good sign the product is profitable. Now, once your product passes your test, these are 5 things you want to make sure of. 1, you want to make sure it solves a problem, not a vague problem, but a specific problem. 2, it has that wow factor for content. If you can't make fun, engaging content with that product, it's going to be very hard to get sales from organic social media ads. 3, minimum 2x markup. If you can't double your cost, the margins are way too thin. 4, lightweight and easy to ship. Heavy products really kill your margin and just creates a lot of fuss. 5, it's not in every brick and mortar yet. If people can just walk into Walmart and buy it, that's not a good product to sell online because they can just get it from Walmart. Now let's just say you have your product, it did all the checks I just mentioned. Now you have to choose which business model you want to go for. When I first started, I was way too confident. I thought I had a winning product, and so what I did was I ordered thousands and thousands of dollars of inventory. I think it was about $10,000, and that's all the money I had at the time. Want to know what happened? Well, the product was actually not a winning product, and I actually didn't sell as much as I ordered. So I was stuck with boxes and boxes of inventory in my house. I also had no more money to market because, well, I put all the money in my inventory, so I was basically stuck with all of these products. And fun fact, I still have some of the products to this day in my house. Please don't be like me, it was so stressful. This is exactly why I really recommend dropshipping, especially for beginners and especially in 2026. With third-party fulfillment, you have $0 in upfront cost. You're not gambling thousands of dollars and hoping the product is gonna sell. You can test products without any risk. You only pay for the product after the customer has paid you. Here's the best part. Once you have your proof of concept, then you can go and order inventory and make even more money. If the product is a flop, no worries, you don't have any inventory, you can just walk away. And if you think that dropshipping doesn't work, well, have a look at what Walmart is doing, Amazon, Target, they're all selling from third-party sellers. Some of the biggest companies out there are doing it, so there's absolutely no reason why you can't do it too. Now here's an example for you so you really understand how this works. Let's say I sell a product for $69.99. My cost from the supplier is $25 and shipping is about $5. That's $30 in total cost. After payment processing fees and Shopify fees, I'm at about $32 in costs. That means I'm making roughly $38 per sale, which is a 54% margin. Now, if I was holding inventory, sure, my product cost might be something as low as $15 instead of $25. But then I have to factor in the upfront cost, storage, the risk of it not selling, potential damage or loss. Now, I feel like it's kind of my job to basically clarify some of the dropshipping lures we see on social media. The first one is shipping is too long. That's not true with the right suppliers. I have suppliers who ship from China or the US within 10 business days. Number two, the quality is always terrible. Not true if you vet the suppliers properly. And also, you should always order samples before you start selling anyway. Number three, you can't make money with dropshipping margins. I recommend you go spend some time on platforms like Spocket, and then you're gonna see two things. You're gonna see your cost as the dropshipper, and then you're also gonna see the price you can sell at. And then you can see for yourself how profitable it actually is. Now, let me tell you another quick story. I tried Facebook ads, Google ads, and Instagram ads. Nothing works as efficiently as organic social media videos. I see ecoms on TikTok go viral every single day. They're selling products and their comment sections are full of people asking where to buy. Let me be very clear about this. Short form content is the best way to market your online brand. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and Pinterest videos is all you need to get sales. And here's the crazy part. Just one video is enough for you to launch your entire store. Think about this, just one video can really change everything for you. I've seen it happen over and over again. I actually filmed the BTS of shooting content for my brand. If you want to see, I'm going to link it down below. Now, I know this sounds very difficult because trust me, I've been through the struggle. But if you're tired of trading your time for money, this could be really, really life-changing. I mean, it was for me. I became financially free because of my online brands. What I've seen is that a lot of people quit not because they don't have the right product or the right strategy. They quit because they don't see any sales, but then again, they've only been doing it for 2 or 3 months. Your first store might not work, and that's completely normal. Your first 100 videos might flop, but you need to keep going. Most people quit right before they're about to make it. Like, I can just tell, I see their content, I see their shops, they have everything, but then they lack motivation. If I had given up, the reality is right now I'd be at a 9-to-5 job. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I would much rather travel full time and do whatever I want and wake up whenever I want. It's a lot of work, but trust me, delayed gratification is everything and it's so worth it. So here's my final push for you. Give it your all and focus on this like your life depends on it for the next 6 months. I promise you, you're not gonna regret it. I mean, it's impossible to regret something that can potentially set you free. The holiday shopping season is coming. The opportunity is right here in front of you. I really hope you give this a go. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.